Priory Street, Crosskeys Road, Bath Road, the three historic thoroughfares of Corsham that form a triangle around what is perhaps the premier hotbed of footballing talent in the town. It's a hot, sticky night, and we are at Regis Field, in the heart of that hotbed for the biggest, the sweatiest, the dirtiest fixture of the calendar. It's Up in Smoke versus the Bences Lane Bastards. And if you were not already inside that magic triangle 10 minutes ago, you will not get in now tonight. The Wiltshire Constabulary have taped it all off under special orders from Mike the Mangle Page. And this place is rocking. With me again tonight is Ben Powles, former goalkeeper with Bences Lane, on this very ground for many years. Ben, tell us your emotions ahead of kick-off.
Evening, Dodsey. Hello, everybody. Dodsey, it's bittersweet, if I'm honest. Many happy memories for me, this place, but a lot of anger, if I'm honest, with what's happened in recent years. The Bastards being forced to leave their historic stomping ground by the landlord, the Regis Primary School, and now this upstart band of stoners Up in Smoke. They've jumped on our grave so fast. This is sacred ground for me, Dodsey. When you think that Conrad, Keogh, McCabe, Moulton, Lai, Hughes, Unwin, Paradise, Sims, my cousin Dan, of course, they all learned the game here on this hallowed turf. Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
We are both neutrals tonight, of course, Palsy, but it's fair to say, isn't it, that the Bences Lane Bastards do not like having to play in a public park the other side of Priory Street, while this, their spiritual home, has become such a fortress for Up in Smoke. Breached last week, however, by the relentless filth cannon of Dave Brown's boys, Smoke will be hoping to skin up the league ladder this evening. Let's look at the teams. It's 1-2-2 for Up in Smoke. Moulton, the gaping roach at the base of the home goal as he was last week. But a slight surprise in defence where Josh Babcock will operate as Smoke's sole defender. In front of him, the formidable pairing of Webb and Watters. Watters making his first start of the season, and they will be looking to shunt the action up to the forward partnership of Captain Henry Conrad and Aston through the keyhole Kehoe, who will be looking to peek through the crack and unlock the Bences Lane net. The starting six for the Bastards then, 1-1-3 as they were last week, victorious home against Jaipur takeaway. It's Matthew David White betwixt the sticks of Twix. He's looking flush up the gonel of Christopher Hendry, the ice-cold anchor, and in the trap in front of him, golden balls, grease fingers, Ryan Bush. Popular with the ladies, but will he get those fingers burnt tonight by the Smokes middle order? Either way, he'll be looking to poke some stiff service in the direction of Deacon, Gingell and new boy striker Ben Rose. Another blushing debutant tonight. Thoughts, Palsy?
Yeah, obviously with Derek Sims suspended, Matty D's come back to fill the goal hole, which has opened the crack for Rose to push himself into. And for the Smoke, obviously, Jason Paradise has been dropped. There was some talk of him starting and having Moulton run the defence, but that's not happening. And I'm looking particularly at the inexperience of Babcock. Perhaps a little vulnerable. Will he melt under the bright lights? But we should also talk about Rose for Bences Lane, famously hot-headed. He's a sulky bitch who might struggle with the heat, especially in the first half, with the Bastards shooting towards the Bences Lane end of the ground, which is, of course, the noise tank of home support. I can't tell you how full of resentment I am right now.
Kick off then, and immediately Up in Smoke take it back into their comfort zone. I think we can see a possession tactic emerging here. The Bastards are challenging though, pushing up, and Bush is harassing Babcock, who unburdens himself to Watters. Smoke still in possession and going through the lower gears. Watters looks for Webb, but is blocked by Gingell. No dice. Smoke still have it. Watters finds Webb now, but there's no way through, and it's back to Babcock. Oh, bad touch from him, under pressure from Bush. Babcock chases, but it will go for a corner. Yes, it's a corner early on to the Bastards, who have not touched the ball yet, and an unforced error from Babcock for Up in Smoke.
Interesting to see the tactics there, Dodsley. Smoke playing a possession game, but they'll need their midfield to play well and Babcock to keep his face clean. Everyone's up for the Bastards now, for the corner, set Moulton. Hendry's up, look, come on the Bastards!
We are absolutely neutral here, Palsy. 2 minutes played. and Bush stands over the corner spot looking to caress one into the box where towering Gingell waits, sticking up like a big wooden skittle. Bush, very involved already, runs in to take the corner. It's bouncing around. Waters tries to clear, but only as far as Henry, who scores. It took a deflection or two, but it's in, and Bences Lane take the lead. Away goal. Chris Henry. It's the start they needed. Up in Smoke didn't do much wrong, but they're a goal down after 2 minutes, and Henry is celebrating in front of the home crowd, licking his lips and rubbing his belly. It's 2 goals in 2 weeks for the stout defender.
It's like I said, Dodsey, Babcock is operating as Up in Smoke's only defender, and he's been caught out of position right at the start of this game. Bushy's all up in his quarters. Babcock scrambled to retain possession, but it's a very clumsy touch, and the corner is conceded, and Hungry Henry swings the driver. A little bit of pinball wizardry in the mosh pit, but it's 1-0 to the Bastards, and they all count, Dodsey.
18 minutes played now. Up in Smoke with plenty of possession, but no product so far. And Deacon is involved, harassing Waters. Waters rattled, he's giving it away, and Deacon lays it off neatly for Bush for the Bastards. Bush very much the ringmaster tonight so far, pushing all the animals' buttons. He finds Gingell on the right. The Bastards looking dangerous here. Gingell, clever pass to Rose, who finds Deacon! Goal!
It's 2.
Stuart Deacon finishes off a smart team move, and it's 2-0 to Bences Lane, and Up in Smoke really in trouble now.
Outrageous teamwork, Dodsey. Smoke had kept the ball well, linking the daisy chain across the Lincoln Park, but Waters has been the weak link, the bent daisy, and his stem has split there, and he's left with sap in his pants. Lovely passage of high press play from the Bastards, and in the end, Deacon just has to hit the target, and Moulton is left fishing.
37 minutes played now, and the Bastards are looking comfortable. Can Up in Smoke get themselves back in contention before half-time? Conrad and Kehoe not properly involved yet. They've been stranded by the Bastards' high-pressure game, but now Kehoe does have it. He takes it up to the corner for Up in Smoke. The Bastards on the back foot now, and Henry, the goal scorer, has chased back to sweep up. Conrad is in space in the middle. If only Kehoe can get past Henry, which he does. Smoke have the numbers here. Kehoe turning the key, and Conrad is through the door. They've got one back. Up in Smoke are not out of this. It's back to 2-1. There's work to do, but less than 10 minutes to half-time. There's just 1 goal in it.
Poor at the back there for the Bastards, Dodsey. Hendry's on his own. He's trying to close Conrad off and dispossess Kehoe, and in the end, he's done neither. Conrad finishes coolly, and the home crowd are rolling up for half-time.
Half-time it is then. Lots of action to dissect, but first we're going down to pitch side where Guy Taylor is talking to Bastards manager Darren Chipley. Guy.
Thanks, Paul. Yes, I'm here with Darren Chipley. Darren, what's it like being back at Regis Field as the away team here at your old home ground?
Don't get cute with me, Taylor. You know as well as anyone, this whole estate here is Bastards country. Regis Field's at the heart of the estate. Just because these stoners start up a football club, it don't take away from the proud history of Bences Lane Bastards. And that proud history is based here at our home, Regis Fields.
Darren, you're 2-1 up at half-time. Are you pleased with your team's performance?
Sake. Yeah, 2-1, yeah, it's good enough for now, I suppose. I'm pissed off to let them get one back there late in the half. Chris Henry, what a fucking legend he is, eh? We got a centre-back who scored more goals than most team strikers, what does that tell you?
It's been a surprisingly clean game so far. No cards have been shown, and even Ben Rose has kept his temper. How long can this last, and how do you manage a man like Rose?
Yeah, we got nothing but contempt for our opponents and that fucking knob-end skip as well. But, you know, I've told the boys to focus on the football while they're on the pitch. These Up in Smoke boys want to pay us a little visit to the Oak afterwards. It might be different, but, you know, we need to focus on getting the job done on the pitch. I've also told the players, no more spitting. I was disgraceful last week. If you're going to fucking get sent off, then make it worthwhile, innit? Do some damage.
Darren Chipley, thank you for talking to me and not beating me up again.
Yeah, all right, Taylor. Go on, the Bastards!
Back to Paul and Ben in the commentary box.
The second half kicks off then, and the Bastards immediately trying to get forward. Webb and Waters struggling to contain Gingell. Gingell powering forward. Waters slides but misses the ball, and Gingell could be through here. He hits it early, and that was not far away. Moulton may have had it covered.
Yeah, wasted possession there from the Bastards, Dodsley. Rose and Deacon were in space. Could have got Thorny if Gingell plants it through to Rose. With a bit of luck, it's 3-1, but Ginge is 30 yards out. He has the power, he's a bigger boy, but in the end, he's missed the target. Bushy might have buried it tonight, but Ginge don't have the experience with the females that Bushy's got.
52 minutes played. Webb now for Up in Smoke, looking for Kehoe, but Bush locks him out and there's nothing under the mat. Up in Smoke still in possession. Webb goes back to Babcock. Babcock looks up and finds Waters, who charges forward like a silly ox, runs into Gingell, who crunches him, and that is undoubtedly a foul by the Bastards' bigger boy.
Yeah, Ginger's given Swatters a grumpy reception there. He said, "Don't come this way, sugar tits." And Waters is back on his feet, but he's probably got the message.
Yellow card for Gingell, no surprise there.
It's a little cynical from Ginge, but what he's mostly just watching Waters what's what, just want to watch and let Waters know what's what, and Waters waddles away and watches what's happening from a slightly deeper position. Big craftsman, but a little crestfallen.
58 minutes played now, and Deacon is coming forward for the Bastards up the left side. He could really do with a left foot at this point, but he cuts inside Babcock to get it back onto his right, and he's just caught Deacon there, has Josh Babcock. It's a cynical challenge. Deacon's still down, and it's cynical, isn't it, Palsy?
Yeah, cynical from Babcock, I'm afraid. Dodsley, cynical. He knows he can't match Deacon's pace or skill, so he's just stuck his foot between Stewie's shin pads. He's cynical, and he's earned himself a yellow card in the process. Justly deserved. That was, well, it was cynical.
60 minutes played. Discipline beginning to fracture. Free kick to the Bastards then, after a very cynical challenge from Babcock. 25 yards out on the left-hand side. Deacon will take it, trying to curl it into the danger house with his very dominant right foot. Skittletop, Gingell and flabby helmsman Chris Hendry are the target men. Deacon running in, and he's laid it off instead for Rose, who hits it, and it's in. Ben Rose. Ben Rose. Rose has risen. He rose above by keeping low, and he's hit it, and he punted it plumb on the valve, and it was still rising as it hit the roof of the net. What a strike from Ben Rose for the Bences Lane Bastards.
That's why he was picked, Doddsy. He's got a hot temper, but he can ping him when he needs to. Deacon's seen what's on. He's got vision. Everyone's looking at Ginge and Hendry in the box. Rose is unmarked on the inside, and it's straight off the training ground, innit?
If you're just tuning in, it's Up in Smoke 1, Bences Lane Bastards 3. Just over an hour played, and the Smoke find themselves 2 goals behind again. They have half an hour to score, 2 for the point, and they now need 3 more goals to win, and that's presuming the Bastards don't score a 4th.
Yeah, the Bastards don't need a 4th. They just need to knuckle down now, keep their heads down. Remember,
sorry to interrupt again, Palsy, but Up in Smoke are coming forward now with Webb, and he looks like an angry leprechaun, waving his arms about. Webb beats Gingell, looking to pass through to Conrad. He does. Conrad now turns, shoots. It's 2. Clueless Hendry was nowhere. White is beaten again. Conrad scores a 2nd for Up in Smoke, and the home side have pulled another one back. Tremendous tenacity from the Smoke. They just will not give up.
Yeah, it's pissing me off a bit now, if I'm honest, Dodsley. Feels like the Bastards are their own worst enemy at times like this. The high pressure pays off. They put themselves comfortably in front and then lose focus for 5 minutes and let the Smoke score past them at the back. Both sides losing the battle at the back tonight, leaking like a sieve.
Credit where credit's due, though, Ben. Webb, Conrad and Kehoe have looked dangerous all evening, and there are 2 goals in that combination against any opposition, and we all know that you are a very passionate bastard, Ben.
But what he's mostly just watching Waters what's what, just want to watch and let Waters know.
5 minutes left to play in this match. Up in Smoke 2, Bences Lane 3. Smoke desperate for that 1 goal to give them a point, and they have possession again now through Webb, who's brought it to the edge of the box. Webb for Up in Smoke. He's looking for Kehoe, who was brought down by Rose, and it's a penalty to the Smoke. Unbelievable.
I don't know what Ben Rose is doing back in the box, but he's a striker. He's got no defensive game at all. Keogh was in a good position to receive, turn and shoot for the smoke, and Rose has just climbed up his back there. And you can't blame Keogh for going to ground. Unbelievable climax to this game, Dodsey. And now it's a red
card for Rose. Ben Rose is sent off in the 85th minute of this game. The Bastards are down to 5 men. And Up in Smoke have a penalty 5 minutes from full time to draw level. It really is a hell of a climax, Palsy.
It's an hot, sticky mess. The rivalry is intense and Ryan Bush can't believe what he's seeing.
Even Stuart Deacon looks exhausted, and Aston Kehoe will take the penalty himself for Up in Smoke. Kehoe versus Matthew D. White. Ben Powell's beside me cannot watch. I've filled my trousers. Kehoe places the ball on the spot, turns his back to White and assumes his position. White is dancing about on the line. It's all mind games here. So much riding on this kick. Kehoe running in now. White goes early and Kehoe hits the bar. Kehoe's missed the penalty. White is back up. Bush clears to Rose Ed. Everyone breathes and the Bastards still lead by a goal. Kehoe looks like he's just taken a punch to the testes.
That's good goalkeeping from Matty D. Dodsey. He's got in Keogh's head there, dancing about like a tit. Keogh's distracted, and then Matty D's gone early, which has boggled his mind further, and he's just lost his concentration. He's leaning back a bit, and that's why he's at the bar.
Expert analysis, Ben, thank you. A bit more kicking about now, but the Bastards happy to keep possession and take it to the corner flag. And the final whistle goes to seal the lid of this game, and it's all over. The Bastards have held on. Up in Smoke were always behind, but never out of it, and very nearly salvaged a point, just 6 inches of wood away. But in the end, it was a missed penalty from Aston Kehoe that decided it. Would you like to name your man of the match, Palsy?
Yeah, Ryan Bush for me, Dodsey. He's had the whip hand all night. Didn't get his name on the score sheet, but he's central to the mechanics of this team. Round here, he's bigger than David Beckham in his prime, and he has outperformed Webb and especially Waters tonight. Waters was unusually poor tonight, I'm afraid, Dodsey. So man of the match, Ryan Bush.
Well, that's it from us here at Regis Field. We're off to fill our guts at Turner's. It's Up in Smoke 2, Bences Lane Bastards 3.